Hello and welcome to this late video for Friday. I don't know why I do the things I do. I just sometimes don't feel like it. I'm like, I don't want to do it. So I whine and cry and everything. But anyway, I want to talk about the issues we are having with the overt greed. You know, if you haven't watched me before, you probably don't know, but in prior videos, I've mentioned this before. We are in a second Gilded Age. Late 1800s to early 1900s was the first Gilded Age, where America had so much money flowing, but it was all going to the top. That's the same situation we have now. The poor are getting poorer and the rich are getting richer. And we are even seeing this in the corruption that is going on. You know, it's been over a week now, and so the train derailment in Ohio leaked all them chemicals, and it has caused health issues. It has killed some wildlife and domesticated animals, because there was a piece about a woman taking her dog after the wreck because it got horribly ill. She got the first treatment, but she couldn't do anymore because of the cost of them. And of course, her dog dies. And yet, Norfolk Southern, the company that owned the train that derailed, has tried its best to separate itself from the incident. But it's the greed, the evil of these companies that are causing this. We know that Congress wanted to push forward a new braking system for freight trains. And yeah, the train lobbies were like, oh, that's okay, but we'd rather not pay for it. So it ended up being squashed under lobbying. But the problem was they needed these new brakes because the ones they were using were Civil War era. Think about that. Brakes from the 1860s. You know, got to make that profit. Got to be profitable, baby. And then they are also, consolidating ownership and prices. If there's no true opposition because these companies have consolidated with other companies, other potential rivals, why should they feel the need to have competitive prices? We see this in the entertainment industry. You have Disney with all it owns when it comes to entertainment, movies, television. Then you have, I can't even remember who the top company was for the Warner brand, but they're just as bad. They have so many names and branches under them. And then I think there's like a third one, Paramount. But yeah, think about that. There's mainly like three big entertainment groups when it comes to movies and TV. Three! Why should they feel the need to be competitive when it's just, hey, where else are they gonna go? Many of our farmers and growers, it's been consolidated down to 3, 4 companies. Sometimes less than that. 2. My goodness. And yet, no one seems to care in Congress because they're getting paid by these companies. Remember Ron DeSantis in his political quest to show that he's against wokeness, pushed back on Disney, but the truth was he was paying them in other ways. It's so stupid that we are back at the Gilded era, age, corporate oligarchy, and the way government is run. This is why there needs to be some serious regulation. Because guess what? Regulation was what made life better. These companies often cry, oh, that's just punishing us. Oh, you are taking money away from us when you regulate, when you make us Work with unions. Oh my goodness, woe is I. Seriously. America's biggest point of growth was when we pushed inequality, squeezed it down. We had higher regulations. We had growing union membership. America was at its economic height and potential. You know, the sky was the limit at that point because so much was being done to better lives for everyone, not just a handful of rich. This is why we need serious anti-monopoly, antitrust legislation. We need to ban lobbies that work for industries from making laws. A lot of them get right in with the government people and say, you need to put this in here, you need to put this in here. No, that needs to be banned. They should not be allowed to do that. Make their own regulations. That doesn't do anything. They should be banned from stock buybacks. Because guess what they're doing most of the time? They're temporarily inflating their value by buying back stocks. But again, oh, this is capitalism. This is the free market. Oh, that is the way capitalism should work. No, that's called late stage capitalism when it screws over the average person, the struggling person. And the only person it helps is the rich because it's out of pure greed. That's why it's late stage capitalism. It's at its worst. It's the type of capitalism that the people will turn against. You want to know why there was a French Revolution? It's because the elites didn't care about the average person. But we've even got people now, there's a younger generation of fighting for the average American. Lena Khan, who heads, I think it's the FTC, in her 30s, but she scares these millionaires and billionaires and corporations because she's actively trying to go after them. Bernie in his new committee assignments, where he's threatening to drag them before Congress, many of them are, you know, they got to be biting their nails. Or that lunatic socialist is going to make us come up for Congress and have me part from my money. I am rich. I am the only one who should be allowed to have money. We need people who go after the rich, the corporations. Smack them down if they're just doing things out of pure greed. You know, we as a society should not have to put up with this. Period. We need some tighter regulations, more rules with teeth and claws, so that they cannot hide behind lobbying and money. We need to end this second Gilded Age, because it's only going to get worse. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tries to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I will try to get some sources and put them in the description below the video. But, see you all in the next video. Until then, later.